I hope that you enjoyed tonight. Hi, this is Lenora Lasser of Lenora Pours, and you definitely don't want to miss next pouring session. We are going to have an amazing time. We're going to talk about a variety of things. So make sure that you like and share this pouring session. And not only that, if you're on Facebook, tag a few of your friends. If you're on other social media platforms, send the link to your family and friends. I'm telling you, the sessions that we have, they are empowering, they're motivating, they're inspiring, and they're life-changing. Again, make sure that you share this upcoming podcast. Take care.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's podcast. Listen, I have some amazing, phenomenal women that is with me on tonight. I am super excited. And I just want the ladies to introduce themselves and tell you all a little bit about themselves. And then I'm going to show you all a little sneak peek of Finding Patience, the musical. You guys definitely want to tune into this podcast. Make sure that you like and share this podcast. Tonight we are streaming live on LinkedIn. We're streaming live on YouTube, and we are streaming live on Facebook. So make sure that you follow Lenora Pours on Facebook, subscribe, and like my YouTube channel. And on LinkedIn, you can find me as Lenora Lasser. So, ladies, good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you are so welcome, Angie. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Makeithra, thank you again.
Thank you.
Qualia, right? Did I get it right?
Ma'am.
All right. So, ladies, if you will, I want you all just to tell the audience a little bit about yourself. And after we get that introduction, I'm going to share the video for those to be able to watch it, just like a little 3.5-minute video regarding Finding Patience. So we're going to start with the director, the playwright, the one and only,
the OG Angie.
Yes.
Oh, I don't deserve all that, but thank you. I love these women right here. I really do. And I'm so grateful for both of them and for all of the people in the cast and crew. And really, I say I can't take credit because it is such a collaborative, collective, everybody's putting their hearts into this that I just feel honored to be with you all. So anyway, my name is Angie, and yes, I prayed for help in figuring out what to write, and it was Finding Patience, and that's kind of what came, and it's been just an honor to get to know so many beautiful people through it.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Angie, for that introduction. And just want to shout out really quickly, Trey Gathers is on, and he is sending some hearts. Thank you so much, Trey, for gathering with us on tonight and tuning in into tonight's podcast. So thank you again. And again, for those who are watching, go ahead and hit that love or like button and hit that share button so others can tune in into tonight's podcast. All right, now we're going to have our co-director of the play Finding Patience to provide us with an introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, my name is Makeithra Evans. I am the assistant director this year. The original Patience from 2017. I was able to grace the stage. And so I am just honored and privileged to be a part of this podcast tonight, this interview tonight. I am a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. I call myself Nene. And I am just so excited. I do have 3 roles in the play this year, but the beautiful Qualia is Patience. And I just feel so excited for the people to see this talent that's coming to them this year. So thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing 3 roles. Wow, we're going to have to talk about that and unpack that a little bit as we delve into the conversation. All right, the one and only patient herself, Miss Qualia. Tell the audience about Qualia.
Hello, my name is Qualia, and I am playing the role of Patience, as has been said multiple times on this year's run of Finding Patience. And I'm just so honored and I'm so blessed for this opportunity. The show is phenomenal. The cast is family, and it has just been the most blessed experience thus far. In my regular day-to-day life, I suppose. I am a teacher. I'm a homeschool teacher. I work for a kids music program, and I also run my own business, Vibe Artist Studio, where I offer performers and performance education and private vocal and actors coaching. So that's me. And as an extra bonus, Trey Gathers is my fiance.
That's why he's on here saying fiance.
Absolutely.
He's one of my biggest supporters and one of my biggest fans, and vice versa. And I'm just so honored and so blessed. I'm also a musician. I do music. My fiance and I have an album out under the name of Hoko and Mars, and we can talk more about that later if you want. But
Sure.
Yeah, so there's all things Qualia, and I'm just so honored and so blessed. And thank you so much for having us this evening.
Good stuff. Well, I'm super excited to have you, Qualia, and Makeithra and Angie. Listen, I'm excited. We also have some other people who are tuned in. Jackie Lassiter is on. She said, I'm watching. Thank you so much, Jackie, for tuning in. Also, Sherry is on. Hello, Sherry. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness, girl. Look at these emojis that I just came on the screen. Oh, and listen, he put the ring up here. I mean, how does that make you feel? Your fiance is like all up in the comments. So
yes, honey.
tonight.
Well,
It's website.
It's exactly what I asked God for. You know, I told God, I said, you know, I got to a point in my life, you know, I'm also a veteran. I was in the military for a couple of years. And during that time, I prayed a lot. And one of the things that I prayed about, you know, was like, you know, when my husband comes, when that person comes, that's going to be my person that I spend the rest of my life with. There's certain things that I'm looking for, certain things that I want. And one of the things that I asked for was just that undying, unrelenting support. And he is exactly what I asked for. And so when I see that, I'm like, absolutely right. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be. But no, I give it fully in return, sometimes double over. And so it's definitely an even exchange between us for sure.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was just like so tenderoni and emotional.
Don't make my mascara run.
Exactly. But you know what? Even before we get into talking to patients backstage, Makeithra shared an amazing story about her husband and just hanging in there. You know, with her husband being involved in a motorcycle accident. Real quickly, you want to talk about that? Again, we're going to get to the main meat and potatoes of patience, but do you want to even share with the audience? I mean, listen, Qualia have just talked all about Trey. You want to talk about that real quick? And Valerie is on too. She said, "Go family, you make me so proud."
Hi, Valerie.
Yes, my husband was in a motorcycle accident out doing what he loves to do. He'll ride his motorcycle before he eats. He loves it. And he was just out enjoying himself, and on his way home, once he made one more stop, and this young lady pulled into his path and injured him. He has some, medical conditions going on currently, but I have a shirt that I was listening to a sermon. I don't take the credit for it, but I took it for my strength. And I said, we are people of faith, not people of fact. And the fact of the matter was that he was not going to make it. But my faith said, by his stripes, we are healed. And he died for that. So whatever his will is, it's going to be. I am just 100% Greg Evans, and whatever God sees fit, he's going to do. He has fought through many trials, many. Some we don't know right now until he's able to open his mouth and verbally, because I do believe God for this, verbally express to us exactly what it was that he experienced. And his testimony, I do believe, is going to be world changing. It's not going to be just life changing. It's going to be world changing. I have a Superman downstairs through Christ. And that's what he is to me. He's my Superman and my chocolate thunder.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. So
Tiffany,
yeah, I'm excited.
good stuff.
So,
Tiffany is
thank
on
you.
also. She said, beautiful love. Angie, I know this
Yes,
is
thank you.
amazing. Yes, hello, Tiffany. Angie, I know this is amazing to just work with so many passionate, loving, and caring people, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it really
Angie
is.
has a support too. That husband of
Yeah.
hers.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
we love ourselves some hubby now.
Right. We're going to get to that.
Yes, it's true.
I love you
And
from him.
Talk
yeah,
about that.
yeah. I just. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm so thankful. There's no way I could do any of the things that I'm doing without my husband, David. He's been, I mean, the love that he has is so charitable and so gentle and so kind. It is the pure love of Christ. And I'm so thankful to have that in my life. And I probably don't do as well as he does. And I've got to work on that. But let me say that Keitra is an angel here on earth, and I have to say that she's also a somewhat of a minister, wouldn't you say? So I know you, Lenora, you have that in your background as well, and it's been really neat to have Keitra, who played the role of Patience originally, and to have her. She graduated because she did such an amazing job. She helped all those performances to sell out in 2017. And to have her insight as we're doing the musical, and then to have Qualia get to take this role and make it shine. It has been so neat to get to like work together. We also have to add that the Qualia has an incredible understudy as well, because we've understudied this cast like crazy because of the pandemic, because of everything. And so I want to give a huge shout out to Tamra, who's been rocking it with being an understudy as well. But yeah, just to work with so many amazing people. Everyone is like, they're showing up and they're working their tails off and their hearts off. It's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Love it. So ladies, I'm going to read these additional comments, and then I want to have you to elaborate, Angie, a little bit more about understudy, because I'm sure some viewers are watching and they're probably wondering, what is an understudy? So let me read you these additional comments here. Mabel is watching. She said, good evening, Mabel. Thank you so much for joining us. Bonzella said, so something that was stated was just so sentimental and touching to her. She said, and also a Facebook user stated, David is super dope.
David the bomb.
David, yes. There's nothing like having supportive spouses in your corner. That just makes life a world of difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're on, go ahead and hit that share button. I'm going to show you all a little sneak peek of the play Finding Patience.
They say, wait upon the Lord, be patient while you wait. So patience trying to be the friend who greets at death's dark gate. I walk with them and sit a spell to learn their history. Ain't nobody sees them except for me. They stand here at the funeral, not knowing that they dead. So patience trying to be the friend that calms their troubled head. I walk with them and sit a spell to learn their history. Ain't nobody sees and everything be fine.
Thank you, Miss Patience. I'll never forget what you done for me.
Oh, it weren't nothing. Well, it looks like it's your time. They walk to it, all peaceful like they disappear into the bride. I greeted them and then they says goodbye. And now they spirits free, ain't nobody sees them. Ain't nobody sees them. 120 years of greeting, as patience can be. Ain't nobody sees them. Oh, ain't nobody sees them. Ain't nobody sees them. Except for me.
Wow, wasn't that fun?
That was good, right?
Oh my goodness, Qualia, your vocals, honey,
Thank you.
Yes.
the note holding. Oh,
Hold the note holding.
oh goodness grief! And
Had a
it's
six
like,
pack after that song.
what was that, Qualia?
Had a six pack after I was done singing that song.
I can only imagine. Woo! I mean, I cannot wait to see this show. I have my ticket for June the 10th. Listen,
Yes.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. And as I was showing the video, we had some comments that came in, ladies. Brianna said, I can't wait to see this. Me either, Brianna. I cannot. Look at Trey. Woo! I think this is his first time seeing it. He's like, oh my goodness, you did that. And then he said those transitions. I definitely agree, Trey. My goodness, that was amazing. Miss Jackie said beautiful. Wasn't it beautiful, Miss Jackie?
Yes.
And I'm like, ain't nobody see. Girl, it looks
Yes.
my heart. I just
Absolutely.
love it. Mabel said, lovely. It definitely was. Bonzella is all the way out in Texas, y'all. This is my cousin. She's tuned in. Thank you, Bonzella, for tuning in on tonight. Thank you so much. We got some more comments. You got some hands of applause coming in here. Brianna, give you some hand claps. Trey, give you some hand claps. Mabel, some hand claps. I'm going to get her on the screen here. Trey said me, so that was that note. That was that note, honey.
Well, you better fix him a steak dinner tonight.
All right, he's really asking for it, ain't he?
Honey, listen, he is all up in these comments.
Yes,
He's a
absolutely.
good man. He's a good man.
Yes, he
So
is.
Bonzella said, wish I was back in North Carolina to see this play. I wish you was here too, cousin, because I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. Sherry
Yes.
said, I missed the video. I know you probably were taking care of your little newborn, Caleb, so you got to go back and watch the replay system. But it was
a newborn?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a 3-month-old, a miracle baby.
Amen.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yes. Roderick is on. He said,
evening,
good evening, Roger. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sherry Trey, listen, he's on it, honey. This is the link here.
He's ready.
Watch it. So if you want to go watch it real quick, you can come back. And
You
join
can
us
come
on the
back.
podcast.
He got it. That's what I'm talking about. Woo, woo.
Yes, link to the video. So
Yes.
I want to talk to you all about understudy just for a little bit. So Angie, can you elaborate on understudy?
Yeah, and it's funny because we actually changed the name. So I misspoke. We changed it to Overstudy
Overstudy. Okay.
because we were like, you know what? Everybody has been so amazing because it's a large cast. I mean, it's about 45 people. And so people have things going on and everybody has to miss sometimes. And then you add COVID. And this has just been like the worst, like strep season and flu season. So, I mean, you just have people gone. And so everyone's filling in for somebody. Sometimes it's pretty hilarious because it just somehow works. But yeah, so we call them OMP. So Sarah is our stage manager. I have to give her a shout out. She is phenomenal. I mean, I also just have to say really quick, Jeremy Phillips is our composer and who composed the music for what you just heard. I wrote the lyrics and he wrote the music and he's brilliant. And then also just wanted to shout out our costumer, Kayleen, beautiful costume you saw, all the costumes. And Emma and Jenna, our assistant stage managers. Sorry, I just have to do this. And then Desiree is our incredible choreographer. There's so many great people. But so we started calling them, Sarah started calling, like she made this phrase called OMP, which is like, oh, my patience. Like when you're excited. Oh, instead of saying, OMG. And so we call them our OMP overstudies. And it's just basically showing up and like, helping out where it's needed. And it requires a lot of work. So they're also playing other roles and then they're also overstudying. So it's been a blessing. Every single person in the cast is so important and we're just so grateful for every one of them.
Wow. 45.
Yes.
That's a lot, y'all.
The original year was 84.
Well, say that again, Makeithra.
The original year, it was 84 cast members.
So how do you all manage that? I mean, manage so many people. That's a lot of logistics. That's a lot of
little lady right there, Angie. She held it together. She did have her staff. She did, but she was the spearheader. So she gave people direction. She is the most, I guess, encouraging director and laid back that I've ever seen in all of my acting career. When you are a part of our family, we don't call it the cast, we call it a family. When you are a part of the family, what she allows you to do is you bring the character to life. And she'll just give you a little pointer here or there because she wants it to feel natural. And she also wants it to be real and have you to connect. Yeah, where you are. So that's how she did it. We all came together as a family, but mother, that's what I call her. Mother Angie. She just, dictated. I mean, excuse me, not dictated. She provided each individual with what she would need them to do, and they did it. And it came together. So
thank you, Keitra. I think it's important to ask questions as a director. I try to, instead of telling people exactly what to do, I'm all about helping them find that place organically. So I ask a lot of questions and help them get to dig deep and to discover the answers, because when they discover the answers, they're so much more dedicated to the choice that they make for their character than if I tell them what to do. And it's more real.
Yeah. Wow. So you allow them to just allow their authentic self to come alive in the character, which makes it so much better. I could say that. Oh, wow. Love that. Love that. So listen, Valerie stated the behind the scenes staff are amazing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That makes a difference. That makes a difference what goes on behind the scene, because guess what? Once you get to the front stage, that energy transfers to that front stage. So I'm sure that makes it different. I'm not sure who this Facebook user is, but they said, do y'all see my name now? No.
Nah, boo. Still Facebook user. You're just using Facebook.
Facebook user. So please, Facebook user, provide us with your name so we'll know who you are.
Yes. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, and they put 88 here. Sherry said, I see y'all. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Oh, she said it's Jay.
Hey. Oh, what up, Jay? He's a cast member as well. Jay Dwayne is a cast member as well. And he told me he absolutely loves you. You're like his sister. Loves you to death.
Say that again. Say that again.
Jay was telling me that he loves you, that you're like his sister. He really just loves you and he loves what you do. And because I was asking him, I was like, so what's her vibe like? You know, and he was like, you're gonna love her. And so far he hasn't led me astray. So
Yes.
Good stuff. Good
he's
stuff.
awesome.
Love that. Makeithra, you were saying something?
No, I was just saying, that year that we did it, because it's so much going on with COVID, we couldn't really do it this time, but she allowed us to actually do a book of your character and develop a life for the character that you were playing. And we were able to share it. But if you wanted to share it, you didn't have to share it. But if you wanted to share it, you just came up with different things that your character, what she meant, her life, where she came from, or he or she came from, gave her a face and a life to, make it real. So,
Wow.
that was a beautiful exercise. And I gotta find my book too.
I love
I
that.
love my book.
That. Jay said, this is Jay Dwayne Garnett, but I'm going to a ghost tonight. Call me Casper. Oh, we want to see your face, Jay. That's my sister. Absolutely. I am your sister. Keisha is on. She said, hey, beautiful ladies.
Hi,
Hello,
Keisha.
Keisha.
Thank you so much for joining, Keisha. Now, Patience, Angie and Makeithra, how did you all decide? First and foremost, let me ask you this. What were some of the attributes that you were looking for in this patient's character and selecting Qualia for the role? What were some of those attributes?
That's a great question. I think for me, I've said this many times, but to me, okay, in play, this is not a spoiler, but Patience is actually deceased. So she is not living, but to me, she is the most alive person in the whole show. Just her zest for life and her spirit and her joy, and that she can feel so many different nuanced emotions throughout the show, but she feels everything so strongly. And like Qualia represented that so beautifully as a person and as a performer.
Yes.
I mean, she has a gift at finding all the levels of a moment where it's never like extreme one way or the other. She finds all the nuances. And so you just feel like you're with a real person. You feel connected to her as soon as she starts speaking or she starts singing. And that to me was so important for it to be authentic, and also somebody that's really that you feel like you're best friends with as soon as you see them on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Qualia and Keitra also had so many of those elements as well. What were you going to say, Qualia? Keitra? Sorry.
She's been like calling us. She switches our names all the time.
It's a mom. Mom calling us.
Yeah, moms have kids, and then all of a sudden every kid has every other kid's name. Like that's me and Keitra all the time.
Yes.
I love it. She's like,
Yes,
Keitra,
yes.
Qualia, Keitra, you know I'm talking to. This one, that version of Patience. You come here.
Yes. You know what you're talking about.
Right.
This opportunity to be the assistant director, I look at it like this. With everything, there's a time and a season.
Okay.
And you get what you need when you get where you're going. I needed one of the fruits, and that was patience during the time that I played Patience.
Wow.
And it was so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
And God will take the simple things to sometimes deliver you out of your most difficult. And so during that time, I had some things going on that I didn't think I was going to be able to sustain. And one thing was my mother was sick.
Wow.
And so it was just a lot. And if you still have your mother, you know that a mother's love is just delicate.
Yes.
And to see your mother in any type of situation is hard, especially when it's not them. And I just felt like I was auditioning for different things. I would get no. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm finished with acting. It must be gone. I must not have it anymore. And when I saw this particular role, I went ahead with it. I was like, if I don't get this, this is it. And so what I needed at the end of that show, and I even told the family this, you're not in this show just to be in it. It's a purpose behind it. Maybe you don't want to share it, doesn't matter. But by the time that 15th show comes, you will find that release. And I found that release in 2017. I did. And my season of that was up, although I did audition. But the season for me to be there was where I am now. And that's in the assisting directing position. And I have other things that I'm doing. But it's now time for God to be in the season in Qualia's life.
Wow.
And I do feel that God actually has his hand on this ministry. And he placed her there because that's where he needs her to be. So it's her season to be in position for her assignment and then her release at the end of it. That's just the way I feel. That's my truth. That's me and God's conversation. So,
Beautiful.
you know, I did audition, but he had different things. And that's exactly what it was, to be sitting alongside another angel, Angie. So,
Yes.
We needed you. We needed you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And Bonzella stated, wow, what a blessing. And also, Crystal is on. Thank you so much, Crystal.
hello,
For
Crystal.
joining. She said, wow, that's beautiful. And this is Casper J. He said, and again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and like and share the podcast. And listening to you, you basically saying, hey, I'm transitioning this baton to Qualia. So Qualia, when you received the call and they stated, hey, this is Angie. This is Makeithra. I don't know which one called you. I'm, probably Angie. But listen, we just want to let you know that out of everyone who auditioned for the role Patience, we selected you. What did that moment feel like?
Girl, let me tell you something. What's crazy about this show is that I wasn't even going to audition. I had no intentions of auditioning for this show at any point. Like, I have a friend, Alex, who's also in the cast. Alex Lewis is absolutely amazing. He's one of the most wonderful people in the entire world. And he's just so authentic and genuine. And I love me some Alex, and he loved him some me. So he sent me the audition back in November. And well, it might have been a little bit before, but he sent me the audition because it had been circulating on Facebook. And I took a look at it, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. This actually looks like something I would do. You know what I mean? I was like, because I read through like the monologues that they had chosen to, which is actually one of my favorite moments in the entire show is that combination of lines, which I won't spoil for you right now. But, I read over it and I was like, wow, this feels like me. This feels like me. This feels like a me show. But, it was Thanksgiving. I was at Disney World with my fiance and his family. And, it just, life was going and I wasn't thinking about it. So January comes around and again, I hadn't thought about the show again. I was like, I'm too busy. I'm not going to do it right now. Like, it's just too much. And then 4 or 5 other people that I know proceeded to send it to me. Which never has happened before. Like, I've never had so many people like send me the same show. I mean, people just like that I don't even talk to about theater like that. are like, I saw this show and I know you're an actress and I think you should do it. Okay.
Wow.
And so it wasn't until my coworker here at Kids Notes, basically screamed at me to audition. She was like, oh my God. She's like, there's this show that you need to audition for. I'm like, what show? She's like, Finding Patience. I was like, oh, that's kind of how I was about it, because truthfully, I have to be honest, because, it's so interesting how you will be so gung-ho and you think right? People think they know better than God. So many people think they know better than God. And God will be standing in front of you, literally yelling at you to do something. And you'll just be like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. And God was like, no. He kept his foot on my neck and was like, no, you're going to do this show. So anyways, finally, I was like, okay, I will sign up. I will sign up for the auditions. I was not prepared. I was nothing. I was not prepared at all. But
yes, you were. You were really prepared.
Well, I was prepared eventually. Because my audition date actually got pushed back because I was supposed to audition on that Saturday when it snowed out. And I was in my house cramming an audition together. Truthfully, I feel like I can say this now because I have the role. But I was cramming this audition. So came time to audition, and I went. And it was late. It was maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. My audition was. I was flying in after work. I was exhausted. And I was like, hi, I'm so sorry I'm here. Let's do things. And honestly, I walked into a room with some of the most amazing people I'd ever met in my life. And when I walked into that audition room, you could feel the energy. It was like, oh, it feels good in here. And then I laid eyes on Angie and I was like, yep.
You were sold. You were sold.
She's the angel. Yeah.
I mean, how can you know, Angie?
I just knew. But you know what though? I saw the audition sign up and I was like, ain't no way I'm getting cast. Ain't no way. It's too many contenders. And I'm seeing all these people and I'm like, they ain't not choosing me. They're not choosing me. I had convinced myself and I had told myself that I was not going to get the role. But I was like, it's an audition. Go have fun. It was my first audition in over 2 years.
So you had to talk to yourself.
I did.
I mean, it was like you were talking yourself out of it, but then you were talking yourself into it.
Yeah.
So you talking yourself into it, overrided talking yourself out of it. Because look at you now. You're here. You're on the podcast. This is who you are. Your patience for this upcoming play. Now, Angie, how many individuals basically audition for this role, Patience?
Well, you know what's funny is that we had the snowstorm and then COVID peaked. We had a ton of people sign up. We still had a good amount of people that auditioned. But for the entire show, we had a lot. I can't even remember how many people for the entire show.
Girl, you callbacks like crazy.
Yeah, the callbacks were it was like a full-time job callbacks. I have to say really quick, Tamara's on here, and I just want to say hi, Tamara.
Oh, what's up here? I'm gonna put this comment up.
She's the overstudy. Yeah. She's the overstudy we're talking about.
That's my
She said glad you're listening.
Yeah, she was that's
Mama. That's Mama Tam Tam. That's Mama Tam Tam. That's my boo. I'm telling you, when I tell you this cast is family, I mean that. And when I tell you that woman right there, that's my mother. That's my mama. It's so crazy because I remember we were in callbacks together.
Yeah.
It was.
We were all sitting there.
Tamara, Keitra, and what was the last lady's name? Kiana, yes. Really, really sweet. So sweet. And we all were in there. And I just remember us all being there. We were all looking at each other like,
yes.
Woo! Because but you know what? It was so beautiful. Like we're all in there, like cheering each other on.
Yeah.
We're like, "You got it, girl! Go, go, go! Do it, do it, do it!" And I remember we auditioned, but Ain't Nobody Sees Them. That was part of the audition. And Jeremy was
real
going to go first.
Qualia, real quick. Can you build out a note for us with that? I know I showed the video. Can you just give us a quick little note for that?
They say patience is a virtue. Lord, keep me in the right. 'Cause patience trying to be the friend who leads them to the light. They stick around for days, for weeks, for months until it's time. And then they see the great big light. And everything be fine.
Beautiful.
Honey, that's when you know you a singer. When you can just sing at a drop of a dime. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Listen, Sherry, okay, I'm going to put this comment up. Rachel Chai said, awesome meet up. Awesome meet up. Also, is it Tamara? What? Tamara. Okay, Tamara says, "Sing, baby girl, honey." She sung that. Oh my goodness. Rachel said, "Wow." Trey said, "Girl, go on ahead." She ran ahead. She ran every single stoplight with that song. Them notes went to glory. She was amazing. She was fantastic. Yes. Crystal said, "Yes, I'm telling y'all want to get your tickets." And Sherry has a question. Are there any more shows available? How many shows, first and foremost, do you all have for this play? And either Makeithra or Angie can answer this question. How many shows? Can. Go ahead, Angie.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's 14 shows. And we have 6 that are sold out. So it's considered sold out when there's just like a handful of like single tickets. But honestly, I think it's more like 7 or 8 that are like that. So it is going fast, which is such a blessing. And I'm not saying this in like a way like, oh, it's all sold out. But
honey, talk about your work. You're not bragging. Go ahead. You could.
Right. But like there's a piece of me that does feel sad because what happened last time too is that it sold out before some people even knew about it. And then people were like, now I can't even go. So it kind of makes me a little like I'm really happy that it's selling. So please buy tickets. Please buy tickets. Yes. And we're not getting the money for the tickets, by the way. The town is. So just want to make that really clear in case anyone thinks I'm like cashing in on local history. Okay, this is. But anyway, so I'm happy that it's selling out. But there's a piece of me that's like, man, I want everyone to get to see this, and I'm kind of sad that people aren't going to get to. They're going to find out that it's sold out before the show even starts, before the run even starts.
So where can they find tickets? What website can they go on?
Great question. So findpatientmusical.com. Hop on there. Ooh, you are ready. Ooh, you're good. And so, that was magic.
Yes,
girl. There's a link for tickets. So scroll down to the bottom for a link for tickets, and then we'll send you to the Cultural Center's website. But yeah, this is not your typical musical. This is not your typical anything. I mean, you'd know that by just what you showed in the beginning. There's a lot of thought behind this and a lot of heart behind it to make it a community event and celebration together. What I feel that community should be is that family that these amazing women have been talking about, coming together as a family. So.
Yes, I definitely agree on that. And gonna have to do it again. You have to sing that song a lot, honey. A lot.
Baby, I already have.
So do you all use the spray called, I think it's throat coat or something of that nature? Have you guys?
Baby, you need that singer saving grace.
Singer
saving grace.
Okay.
That's what you need. Either that or vocalese. Vocalese works really well. Yeah, but singer saving grace, when I tell you it really is a singer saving grace, the bottle don't lie.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get me some of that since
I do a lot of talking. We need you two to sing together sometime.
Yeah.
Sherry too.
Listen, I'll sing in the back, doo wop, doo wop, doo wop.
No, you are
singing in the background. Hey.
Did she say doo wop, doo wop? Okay, Lenora.
Jay said y'all need to travel to this play. So he's telling everybody who's tuned in, who will watch the replay, travel to this play. This is in Holly Springs. Holly Springs is a beautiful town. And we're going to talk about Holly Springs in just a few minutes here, but I'm going to get through additional comments here. Valerie said, Quill is so gifted. This is not a performance, but a ministry. You will not leave the show the way you came. I definitely know that is so true. And Trey also put the website here. So he's on it.
With the ticket link.
And he put the little arrow tickets. We got you there, Trey. And he put vocal ease.
Vocal ease. That's one of the throat sprays that I use. And then Singer Saving Grace is the second one.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Now, doing the history part of this play, there were two women who were very instrumental, Miss Barb and also Miss Doris. Angie, you want to talk about how those two ladies were very instrumental? Because I was reading a little bit about both of them. So talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, sure. And I'll also add a couple more to that list. Sure. So the first time around, it was Barb Koblik, and she has lived her life in service of collecting stories in the town of Holly Springs. If it weren't for the work that she did as town historian, this play wouldn't have been possible. It just wouldn't have been, because she did so much of the fundamental, building blocks of the town and collected stories before a lot of people passed away. And Doris Battle, I met her after the first production, and she is just a mover and a shaker. I'm telling you, if you don't know her already, you're gonna know her. And everybody she meets is family, but she is just a beautiful soul. So she is very, very well versed in the Black history of Holly Springs and in the surrounding areas. She has created an organization called the North Carolina Forgotten History Committee, and I have the honor to serve with her on that. And she has just helped get historical markers for Rosenwald schools, Rosenwald Booker schools. I mean, she has really helped to bring Black history in the forefront. And so I've learned so much from her, and it was such a blessing to learn more like stories and to just kind of dive deeper. And then there's also Warren Holloman. He is one of the historians in Apex, and he's written a book called Apex is Amazing, which has a lot of stuff about Holly Springs in there. And he has been absolutely phenomenal to work with in the second revamp, because after we did the first show, turning it into a musical, really, I changed a lot of things. During 2020, during everything that was 2020, I disconnected. And I said, what can I do? What can I do in my little tiny sphere with everything happening out there? We're hearing about Black men and women getting killed and murdered. And I'm like, what can I do? And all of us were thinking that, right? All of us were. Yeah. And so I thought, how can I learn more about African-American stories and Indigenous stories in Holly Springs? And so I spent a long time going through archives of newspapers. And like, honestly, I'm not saying this just to say it. Honestly, before I did it, every time I said a prayer, because I'm like, what stories are there that need to be found? I mean, finding patients is about finding these people who want to be remembered and sharing their legacies and their stories. And some of the stories that were in newspapers.com is an incredible resource. But some of those stories blew me away. I'm talking like 1870s. Like, I'm talking like some of the Black community in Holly Springs, the lives that they led are so inspiring, and nobody knew about them because they were buried in the archives of a newspaper. And nobody could sit in a library and search those up. It would have taken 100 years. But now that it's digitized, we can do that. So honestly, that was game changing for me. But Miss Doris helped as well, and then Miss Barb Koblik, and then also I said Warren Holloman, and Jay Duane also is one of our local historians. And I wish he could be on here to say how his experience, but he will be speaking at our Descendants historian event that we're going to have in June. It's a free event. But Jay Duane has also given a lot of insight on a couple of the families who are really instrumental in building the town. So, yeah.
So this particular play is not a fictitious type play. This is factual reality concerning the town of Holly Springs.
Yeah, I would say it's historical fiction, only because, Patience is based off of a real person. When I first wrote it, I only found the census records, which of course did not include her name at that time, which is, very unfortunate. But now we know her name, and her name was Harriet Leslie. And so, but I didn't know that when I first wrote it. But I only knew her age. So anyway, it is based, all of it is as much truth as we could possibly find. Lots of interviews, lots of just research, lots of learning from historians and everything in between. So it has been, it's like a giant research project, but it's so fun because we get to add, I get to add my creative interpretation. Like, of course, there are some people that I've made a little bit more extreme. So
right.
Texana, I don't know if she was as
Texana.
Yeah, so some of those characters, you kind of have to find your comedic and dramatic highlights and lowlights. But I would say overall, it is pretty, tries to stay true to the facts.
Gotcha. So I have a question, but I want to read these additional comments here. I popped this one on the screen while you were talking, Angie. Sherry said, Angie, you are so amazing. I definitely agree with that. And she said the entire cast is amazing. I mean, you're featuring these cast members on social media, and I think that's phenomenal. Letting everyone know, hey, you may not necessarily be in the role of Patience, but you are still an amazing cast member. So I love how you're featuring these individuals, making everyone feel like they are a part of this. And
they are.
And they are. They are. And I'm so excited that I already got my ticket. You may see it. Jay said Angie is so dope. I definitely agree. And Timber said, yes, sir. So she agrees as well. So, Makeithra.
Yes.
How does it feel seeing this play evolve from 2017 now as you're looking through the lens of 2021?
Man, it's just amazing. I am forever honored to have been in the beginning. And I'm able to feel how people that for the town, I'll just say for Holly Springs, how we are living off the sweat of their brow, their sacrifices. But I am excited to see this come to fruition again, because I was technically, in a way, considered a history maker, because I do believe that this play is not a play, it's a ministry. And I feel that it's something that other communities should adopt, because when we did it in 2017, it was some people sitting out there in that audience with hard hearts, with questions about, their beliefs and what the purpose of this play truly is all about. I have it all together. I don't feel like that. I'm not a part of that type of people with opinion. I'm not, just a little bit of that. It's okay. But to come outside of that theater after we did it and to see tears rolling from people's eyes.
Wow.
Some people didn't have words. They just wanted to hug me and say, thank you. I'm forever changed. And I tell anybody and everybody, with everything I do, to God be the glory. I didn't do it. I was just a vessel that he used to do it. And I am thankful for that. That's something that I feel everyone should strive to do in anything that you do. Leave an impact, but leave the glory to him. That's the way I feel. And I'm excited. It makes me feel good to see it, because I know that Angie's vision came to pass a long time ago, but it's continuing to make a change in people's lives. And I'm excited because she has more information. She has more questions out there and she's giving more answers. So anyone that comes to this show, they will not leave the same way they came.
I
They
love
will
it.
not, if they only accept what they are hearing and not what they're seeing.
I
Because
love
you got to listen to the words when Qualia sings. If you listen to the words that she is saying, they're scriptural and they are mind changing. It's a ministry. So
Thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. Tara is on. She says, "Hi, ladies. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us, Tara. Thank you." Trey said, "I might cry at every show I go to."
you will.
I'm sure he will. After he hears Qualia singing and belting out those notes.
Yes.
And Tamara stated, and this is why we love you, Ketra. That's good stuff. That is good
Love
stuff.
you, baby.
And Valerie
Love
said,
you.
"That's okay, Trey. I cry at most rehearsals. My Finding Patience family is amazing."
Girl, we all be crying, child.
Yes.
Yes. And now you have a nickname, Sherry, which is my sister, have named. You better teach Kiki Evans.
Sherry's the best.
People
I
call
love
me
her.
Kiki, so I'm there.
Okay. And Trey said, Valerie Horton, yes, everyone I met is amazing. I'm super excited for all of you. So, ladies, and I want to start this question with Qualia. What is one thing that you want the audience to walk away with from seeing this play, Patience? I don't want you to give a spoiler, but I just want you to tell what is one thing that you want them to walk away with. And while you're thinking, I'm going to flash this on the screen.
Hey, Kimmy Kim.
He said some hearts.
I think the one thing that I want people to walk away from the show with, and this is more of a message I know for me. I think it's why I've been placed by God to be in this position right here, right now, is that her name is Patience for a reason. And I think that sometimes, especially right now, life right now is really funny for a lot of us. A lot of us are crying out that, feeling like there are other places we should be, other things that we should be doing, other places that we should already have been, and things we should have already have seen, and things that we should have, and things that we should already be experiencing. And we are so ahead of ourselves. And we want to move on our timing because God's timing isn't good enough.
Wow. Whew.
So I think that the one thing that if people could take from this show is that God is always right on time. He don't always move on your time, but he always right on time. And God could be anything, however you see God to be. God ain't always. Shut up, Trey. God isn't, isn't the same for everybody, right? I think that we all find God in our own way. But regardless of what your God looks like, that timing, that divine timing will always be consistent. And so have faith and fall back into your divine timing. And as we says in the word, that those who put their hand on the plow and look back are not fit for the kingdom. You have to trust and believe that everything that is meant for you is on its way. And I got this from Mr. J. Dwayne. Turn your purpose into promise. And the only way you do that is with faith. And so that's what I want people, and that I feel, and that what I hope people will take from the show when it's over.
Wow. Good stuff.
That was powerful.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
God had the
Trey
spirit.
responded.
I'll send you offering
and
to
Sherry,
you, Sunday.
and Sherry said,
I
Trey,
appreciate
you
that.
are home. You done got her out of spirit real quick, Sherry. She pivoted out, but she pivoted right back in.
I came back in though, you know, he couldn't keep me for long.
Crystal said chills, and Brianna said very profound.
Mm.
Now, our dear Angie,
Yes.
you are the writer and director of this play. You have also a background in acting and a whole lot of other things in theater and even TV, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So this is different for you in just a sense of the history and what you.
Oops, it froze on me. Did it freeze on there?
Yeah, it's frozen.
What is one thing that you want the audience to walk away with? And I think we kind of froze just a little bit, but I think did you get the question?
Yes, thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Every person matters, and there's a plan for every person on this earth. And as we connect with those who have gone before us, we can better understand ourselves, and we can see where we fit into the whole puzzle. We have the capacity, and Lenora, I know this is like your whole thing is you're a people builder. And I love that. So beautiful. And we talk a lot in the play just about being a builder, not a breaker, and how we've seen in the last couple of years how easy it is to completely break people down. It takes one word, it takes one thing, and all the things that have been built can be broken so quickly. And I don't always do perfect at it, and I've got a lot to learn myself. But I think the power that we have been given to do good, to strive to do good for God's glory, but that we can use our life for good, to build other people and to build communities. So I think there's a lot of different lessons. It's very much also about this life's not it. There's more where that came from, you know. Whatever your belief system, it's not just this. It's not just here on this earth. We're going to continue. We're beautiful spirits, and I think we easily forget who we are as we're walking in this mortal journey. And the point of the play is to remind people a little bit about, why are you here? What is your legacy that you're going to leave behind? And how can you live your life with something that's meaningful? So yeah, a lot of stuff.
Thank you so much, Angie. Thank you so much. I'm going to read some of these comments, and then Makeithra, you're up next. Mary Linda Hall stated yes. And Sherry also stated, I got to go on a different day for my sister because my sister didn't tell me which day she was going. She knows we go to almost everything together. Sherry, we'll have a conversation after the show. And if there's any more tickets on the day that I'm going, and you're welcome to attend. Mary stated that she loved those comments that you just made, Angie.
Yes.
And Sherry stated, you gotta sit in the vestibule. I was trying to go. Bye, Sherry.
I think it is sold out on the 10th. It is sold out, man.
So you can't go today. I'm
you
going.
Sit on my lap, Sherry.
Yes.
Sarah Beth said, we love you. And Sherry went on the website, and it says they sold out on the 10th. And Mary said, I have to get each day.
Wow. That is amazing.
My goodness. Y'all have a staunch supporter up in here.
She's amazing herself. Oh, thank you, Mary. You just made our whole night.
Wow. Mary, listen, Mary, I need friends like you, honey.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, buying tickets to every single show.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That is amazing. Makeithra, what is one thing that you want the audience to walk away with from this?
Come on, Deacon Kiki. Come on, Deacon. Bishop.
Don't look at where you are today. Look at where you're going. People look at the opinions of others and they apply it to their future. These people that we are portraying in this play, they didn't do that. They saw what was before them and they got together and they encouraged themselves, each other through what they were going through. They didn't stay where they were. They actually moved forward. And at the end of the tunnel, there was a open space for them to be free. And that's what they did. Regardless of where you are, do not allow your right now to be your later. Make a change between the right now and later. Make a change. Move from one step to the other. And that's what we want you to do. When you come in that door, I don't want you to look at the stage and make assumptions based on what someone has told you. We want you to look on that stage and see what you can learn from whatever we're doing and move forward in your life. We're not condemning. We're not denying, because what you see is what it is. It's not a thing of fiction. This is real life. Somebody's had to go through this in order for us to get where we are. So please come in with an open heart and an open mind and a lot of tissue. And I'll leave you with this. And I don't say it often, only when I'm led to say it. And I was led on Saturday when we were practicing. Be the dream that people don't want to wake up from. Be that dream that no one wants to wake up from. Leaving a legacy, leave an impact on people wherever you go. Make them think about what you said and not the person that said it. Make sure you do that. Be that dream that no one wants to wake up from. And we are that dream in Finding Patience right now.
I love that.
So,
my goodness. Y'all each just gave like an inspirational, motivational message. I asked y'all that question. I mean, all of you, each one of you just brought so much inspiration with the words that just departed from your lips of clay. I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to go back and watch this. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. Sarah said, truth speaks. Hello. Sherry said, Mary, give me your tips.
She's so funny.
Mary, let me get them. You need to come up off them, girl. You don't even need them. You got 15 copies. Let me get one.
And listen, that's exactly what Sherry meant to. And she called Kiki, yes, Apostle Kiki.
Come on, First Lady.
She said, I love y'all's spirit. I love y'all's spirit. And I agree.
Spirit,
I love y'all's spirit too. Mary said, growing up in and around Holly Springs had its good and bad, but family was number one. My Holly Springs family rocks. And it's an amazing town. And it's growing with leaps and bounds. When I used to travel to work to Cary, I always used to go through Holly Springs, and it is literally growing. And I love to go to, I think it's Acme Pizza or ACME Pizza.
Yeah.
Deep dish. Oh my God. And the garlic knots. Yes. Good. Okay. I just gave them like a free promo there.
Free promotion. Look, unpaid sponsorship.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Trey also said, amen. He was grinning with someone. Tamara stated, woo, I felt that my right now is not my later. I felt that too when she stated that. That was good. That was definitely good. Mary said, I will move all naysayers to the corner.
Thank you, Mary.
Trey gave hands up, and also Mary said, where can I buy my t-shirt to wear on opening night? So yes, tell us about the t-shirts really quickly.
That's so nice. Okay, so one thing I think is super important is that the cast and crew gets, compensated as much as they can for their time and their talents. And so we have stipends, and part of the stipend is if you buy t-shirts, then the proceeds after cost, goes directly to cast and crew stipends. So they're $25 each, and they're super cute. And and they're also manly if you're a man.
Yes.
They look good on everybody.
They sure do.
And just email hollyspringsmusical@gmail.com. hollyspringsmusical@gmail.com, and we'll set up a time to get that to you. We'll also have them at intermission.
Love it. Thank you so much for that. Sherry said we have Apostle Kiki getting ready to be First Lady Qualia and Missionary Angie. Y'all done did a 3-night revival tonight.
Sherry is taking me out. I gotta meet Sherry. Sherry, what you like to eat, girl? We going to lunch. What you trying to do? You got my name on Facebook. Just message me because I gotta hang out with you.
She's so good.
Sarah sent some hearts. Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Our incredible stage manager, Sarah, once again, just got to shout her out. I call her, whenever I text her, I call her drill sergeant, because when I tell you she is on it, she is one of the strongest, most beautiful, passionate, just like phenomenal women. She's a mom. She goes to her school and just gives so much of her time and her energy, and she keeps us in check. She keeps us together. And so we love Sarah.
Does she have a military background?
Air Force. She does.
Okay, so that's where that like drill sergeant or something come out a little bit there.
She's amazing. And be sure to listen to the whole thing, Sarah. We gave you a shout out earlier too.
Yes, they really did. Crystal said yes, they did. So she was agreeing with Sherry, I think. And Cameron said y'all better speak it, and they definitely did that on tonight. Cameron,
also another cast member.
Okay, yes. Can't wait to see you, Cameron. Mary Linda said thank you, Miss Evans, and she also stated, okay, Trey provided the website for you all to go and purchase.
My baby on it.
He's on it, honey. He's on it. Jerry said, you let me know when, Qualia. So there's your invitation. Find her on Facebook.
Serious. I'm so serious. We doing
She's serious. She's serious too. Sarah said, ha ha ha, God, you got you. She love y'all. She said, okay, purple hearts for everyone.
Yes.
And Sherry also said, did Angie tell y'all she was my daughter? That's a long story. That's a long story, y'all.
I love these women. They're so awesome. Oh my God.
That's a long story. So, ladies, again, it was a pleasure. I didn't want to give too much in-depth details about the play because I wanted individuals to get a little, interest there and say, hey, I want to go buy some tickets to see this play. Yeah. But if those of you who logged on just a little late, hang on just for a few minutes. I'm going to replay the little sneak peek of the play Patience. But before I do, I want to make an announcement concerning our next podcast. This is our next session will take place on June the 7th, and I will be having Dorel Jola. He is a CEO and founder of Jola Training Academy, the EERP, and the Chase Jola Experience. He is also the president of the RTP Rotary Club. So I'm super excited to have him on. He is out of the Raleigh area doing amazing things. So make sure you tune in next month. I'm focusing on men and fathers. That's what I'm going to be focusing on next month for the month of June. So it's going to be an amazing. I have a great lineup of speakers that will be on every single Tuesday. And I normally don't do my podcast every single Tuesday. I do it every other Tuesday because I have to give myself a break. But June, I wanted to do something very special for to focus on men. Tamara stated, come see it, y'all. Y'all won't be disappointed. I fully agree. You all will not be disappointed. Ladies, again, it was
Lenora,
an pleasure.
Before we leave,
we
just want to make sure that we shout out our sponsors.
Yes, please.
And I forgot the name of the business that provided us with signs, the yard signs?
Yes, ASI signage, and they've been amazing with the yard signs. I do want to say Von Emmerich Productions and Edison Entertainment with Renee Olmos. They're the ones that help make the music video possible. So anyway, so many people to thank. So thank you, Keitra, for remembering that. Thank you.
Thank you. So are all of your sponsors listed here on the website? Because I do have those in front of me. So I will name a few of those who are listed here. Have Holly Springs of North Carolina, Edison Entertainment, Von Emmerich Productions, CD Studios, For Garden's Sake, Ash School of Music, Couture by Kaylin Adele, The Mural, Rika Ben Associates Family Dentistry. I may have mispronounced that. But
Beanie.
Okay, ROCCOBENE. Also, DFJ Design for Joy, Remedy Cocktail Company, Dressing Medical Supply, Adams Farm, Solace Theater, and Apex is Amazing Pluck Preservatives and Paint, and also ASI Signage Innovations. I think I covered.
That was amazing. Thank you for that.
Did she get Keitra?
And yes. Keitra's Creations.
Creations.
Be on there. Okay, it's on the shirt.
Also a sponsor.
Keitra Creations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Want to make sure you get your shout out, girl.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Publicize.
Yes. So thank you all so much for sponsoring this amazing play. Literally, y'all, I was trying to find a costume to mirror Patience, but I couldn't find it. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to come on up in here with my little cami and my overthrow sweater. So that's how I had it come tonight. But
wonderful.
Hey, but the day of the play, y'all, I think I may have to find me a little costume. I'm just going to dress for the occasion.
Hey,
that's amazing.
And I'm going to wear me a fascinator. I am literally going to dress.
We need to put Lenora in the flash mob.
Yes.
You get your costume. We need to put you in the flash mob, girl.
Okay. Y'all let me know.
Wouldn't that be fun, Angie?
Yes.
Lord, I hope y'all ain't put Angie on this.
No. Trust me.
I saw Angie's face. She was already like thinking about all the amazing things that was you being in a costume.
Yes.
And that was me adding to it.
Yes.
I saw it happening.
Good stuff. Because you know what? Angie did reach out to me. She was like, hey, Lenore, I think you and your sister should audition for this play. But Sherry was pregnant with her miracle baby. And we had her baby shower scheduled the day for the audition when it snowed. So we had to reschedule her baby shower. So it was a lot of moving parts. But hey, you just never know. I may the show or something like that. I don't know. But I can't wait to support the patient.
Oh, did it freeze?
We're freeze.
Yep, we did freeze. You know what? I think there's a storm coming in. So that's why we're freezing here. Sarah said, big costume fan over here. I am too, Sarah. I am a big costume fan.
Yes.
Sherry said, girl, there is one only patient. Sherry, I'm not trying to be patient. I just want a costume. And I'm not.
She did.
So funny.
Y'all see how she did.
And to be exact, Miss Sherry, there's 3 of us. There's 3 patients.
It is.
Well, now there's 4.
There's 4. Let's go.
Now there's 4. See?
Go ahead and get your overstudy.
Come on.
That's it, Sherry. There's 4. And actually, we got 2 on the show right now because was Patience back in 2017. And right now, I'm being Patience number 3 because I'm having patience with you flashing these comments. But I'm going to be nice. I may cut 2-step.
Cut a 2-step.
Sherry said, one woman of many talents, sis. Thank you so much, brother. Crystal said, only Sherry. Yes, Crystal, get your friend. Get your friend. Send her a DM, a message, a text message. Call her, give her a lifeline. Tell her to please just calm down just for a few minutes. Sarah said, we all have a little patience in us. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah's my new friend. She supported me on one of my other podcasts. So we new friends, Sarah. I can't wait to meet you. Sherry said, what? I'm short-tempered. Add that to play.
We got a place for it. We got a place for that.
For short-tempered, yeah.
Do y'all?
Yeah.
Well, maybe she need to be like that man sitting on the bench saying, "Thank you, Miss Patience." Right.
William Ball, we love him.
Yes, absolutely.
Crystal is laughing. Trey said, "Y'all are so amazing." Yes, this was awesome. It was.
Thank you.
It was. Let me tell you, I
I had
have
a
one of the best
blast.
podcasts on the face of this earth. So when you're able to grace this amazing podcast, you're going to have fun with the
Yes.
great interviews that I have on. Tamara have some laughing emojis here. Also, Sherry said, "Bahaha, I'm dying laughing." Yes, you're going to be more than that after this show. Okay, and Sarah did send some hearts. Sarah sent some hearts here. So, y'all, again, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Ladies
Thank you
and
for
gentlemen,
having us.
hold on. And Kiki,
Yes.
Angie, and Qualia, y'all hold on after everything
Okay.
finishes up, okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You all enjoy, again, the sneak peek of the upcoming play, Patience. Finding Patience.
See y'all.
They say, wait upon the Lord. Be patient while you wait. So patience trying to be the friend who greets at death's dark gate. I walk with them and sit a spell to learn their history. Ain't nobody sees them except for me. They stand here at the funeral, not knowing that they dead. So patience trying to be the friend that calms their troubled head. I walk with them and sit a spell to learn their history. Ain't nobody sees them except for me. They say patience is a virtue. Lord, keep me in the right. 'Cause patience trying to be the friend who leads them to the light. They stick around for days, for weeks, for months until it's time. And then they see the great big light and everything be fine.
Thank you, Miss Patience. I'll never forget what you done for me.
It weren't nothing. Well, it looks like it's your time. They walk to it, all peaceful like they disappear into the bride. I greeted them and then they says goodbye. And now they spirits free. Ain't nobody sees them. Ain't nobody sees them. 120 years of greeting, as patient as patience can be. Ain't nobody sees them. Oh, ain't nobody sees them. Ain't nobody sees them except for me.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's porn session as much as I did. Listen, please share with your family and your friends. And if you want to find out more information about Lenore Pours, please visit our website, www.lenorelasser.com, to find out how I and our team can partner with your organization or to partner with you. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, remember, you are born for a purpose, and that purpose is to pour into the lives of others.
Ooh.